Hi, I finished listening to All Fours by Miranda July, shortlisted for the Women's Prize for Fiction. And I knew when I picked this up that this is a Marmite book. It's a book people can't get comfortable. It's a book that people absolutely adore and some just DNF it. And I can see why. For me, it's not going to be on my best books of the year list in December. It's just not that type of book. Although there are some parts of it that I did really like. Some parts. Our main character, she's 45. She's a sort of successful artist. She's married and has got one child. And she's in perimenopause. She decides that she's going to drive across country to New York and return in about 3 weeks. But within 30 miles of leaving home, she turns into a motel and stays there, pretending the whole time to her husband, to her friends, that she's en route to New York, she's arrived in New York, she's coming home from New York. In the hotel room, she decides to spend $20,000 redecorating this room that she's renting out, that isn't hers, she decides to redecorate. Because we all do that, don't we? We all go to a hotel for a couple of nights and think, I'm going to redecorate this while I'm here. And at the same time, she's developed this obsession with the young lad who, when she was getting fuel, cleaned the windows, cleaned the windscreen. So she redecorates the room and she's got this obsession with this young lad, this young man. I think there's a vulnerability to her. This is what I found when I was reading. She was told being told by her gynecologist that she's in perimenopause. It throws her off balance. Is this the end? Is she going to lose her sexual appeal? Is she going to lose her sex drive? Is this the reason why she throws herself into redecorating this room and in encouraging this relationship with this young man to develop? Is this like her last chance saloon before she turns old and wrinkled and dried up? She also has a lot of trauma within her that I don't think she has ever really processed. I get the impression that there was no real counselling or anything like that. She's never processed this because when she had her child, she suffered from a fetal maternal hemorrhage. And this is a constant. She has flashbacks even now. I think the child is 8 or 9, something like that. She still has flashbacks. Something will just trigger a flashback. So that is in there as well. This is all part of her makeup. However, this book is extremely sexual and graphic. I'm not prudish. I've lived long enough to be open-minded. But some of the descriptions of the acts that they are just so icky. Oh, they are gross. And you think, why? Not only why is Miranda July writing this for us to see, but why would anyone do this anyway? Well, this is what I thought. And, I have lived, but I've certainly not lived like that. I've gone through perimenopause. I'm older than our character is, and I certainly never had the inclination to do any of those things. And if you read the book, you'll know exactly what I mean. But as well as that, you've got the discussion of motherhood and marriage, and on getting older, what it means to get older, and that I enjoyed. I enjoyed those parts of it. She also challenges the structure of the family. And the room that she creates in this motel, the room that our character creates in this motel, that she spent all this money on, it's her safe place. It's the one place when she can be totally, truly free. And for that, I envy her. To have somewhere like that is totally, totally yours. As I said, bits of it I enjoyed, bits of it I just found so icky. A very interesting experience. All Fours by Miranda July on the shortlist for the Women's Prize for Fiction. I've now downloaded Fundamentally on audio, so I'm going to start listening to that now. So happy reading. Take care.